We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up Zura. So we are on the 12-month time frame. Price action on the 12-month time frame is reading as a huge bullish green candle. We do have 3 candles in the market. Market started off with consolidation at the low before pushing up to a high candle at nearing the price of 30.00. Price action highest high of that overall structure look like it's near the numbers of 36.98. Now we got to figure out what's going on. So to break down this area, first thing we identify is price sitting at 30.00. We're going to figure out if it's going up. We see it lost a lot of momentum to that high. So the way we break it down is first, so look for the first candle in the market. What happened? First 2 candles did consolidate sideways. So that will be the low area. And we can see that price action has made it to a high, as we said before, nearing the numbers of now 37.05. Could be a little lower than that. And the way we're going to dissect the market is find a low as well with the support of the SR line. Just grabbing the body of that price action, which would be near numbers of 10.35. And then from there, we finding the midpoint. So finding the midpoint will be looking at the high from the low, gauging the midpoint in the middle, which would be near the numbers of 23.31. So that gives us a little bit of a support for us saying, okay, you know what, if price pushes up high, it can push up to near the numbers of 37.05. If price action drops down, it can drop down up to the levels of 23.31. And then sometimes I like to add another midpoint, which would be second level highs between the highest high and the midpoint. So if we add that second level high somewhere in that area, it looks like price is actually sitting right on it. So that's also a level here. So what also we're going to do is if we take these areas, we put a little bit of zones around these SR lines, we're going to take a nice clear look at what happened within those SR lines. And we can have an idea as we walk down the time frame where price is headed. So walking down the time frame, headed to the 6-month time frame, price action same bullish green candle. Previous candles did add additional doji at the bottom for that bullish green for consolidation. So market's reading the same size candle, same print on the 6-month time frame as the 12-month time frame. Headed down to the 3-month time frame, price action still reading as a bullish green candle, lost wick to the top, still looking the same print. Same as the monthly time frame, huge bullish green candle, spike up to the high, lost momentum, still sitting in that zone. Same structure. Walking down to the weekly time frame, same as well as a monthly time frame. Walking down to the daily, same as well as a daily. And below that, all we see is a consolidation of what happened from the earlier time frames before that market pushed and broke out. So it was a huge push and breakout with this daily time frame, with this daily candle on a daily time frame. And now we have some action. So action started on the 4-hour time frame. The action is the price action candle being a bearish red doji cross. So what that's representing is that there's a consolidation at the high of the highest high structure of that zone and that second level. So remember, this first line is the highest high. This is second level high. So we have consolidation within that area. So that means we are looking for a solid breakout of the top of that high of that zone or the second level lows of that zone that we just created. So as that market moves within that area, we can see that market may identify some type of break and retest. So far, what is reading on the 4-hour time frame is the second last candle has spiked up from the low, lost momentum, and then price action is the retest. And we're going to see if it's going to follow up with another bullish green candle, identify a break and retest, or is it identifying consolidation within that area, maybe a little bit above as well, or is it going to follow up with a bearish red candle and drop that market down? So if it does drop down to, let's say, to the next following level, then I'll identify as the market push, retest, and we're going to see what's happening. It's going to push up further. It's going to drop down. Working our way to the 3-hour time frame. Price action 3-hour time frame is reading as a bullish green candle, spike up to the high, lost a lot of momentum with the price action and second to last candle. So what this market is reading is that it's lost a lot of momentum. It may be a reversal. The reason why is because that price action wick is below the previous wick. So I'm showing is identifying it's having a hard time breaking. So if you think about that market, it's creating that slope at the high, but that price action wick, price action body is above the previous body that can create that incline. So what's happening in that area is there's a wedge pattern in here. So what can happen is that market create that wedge pattern, create some type of another small candle. It could be any color, blue or green, or red and green, or doji style candle. Let's say it's a doji, it got a little tighter and smaller in that area. It can push up a little bit above. It can be in that area, that zone. But so far, we do know that price may have a chance of creating another small candle side by side unless that market drops down with the bearish red candle from the price in second. Headed down to the 2-hour time frame, so we can see price action on the 2-hour time frame reading as a bullish green candle, spike up to the high with price second and third. So all this is reading, if you read the wicks, the market is reading 3 pushes to the top, 1, 2, 3, having a hard time breaking, and we can see that consolidation on that zone. So if we're reading the candles of the bodies, then the market is reading as the third to last candle has spiked up into the second, into that area. Second is the retest, and then price actions to push a little bit. So it's like a break and retest in that area. But we're going to have to see as we walk down the time frame, is price action going to engulf the second last candle? And if so, then it'll identify as a break and retest. And that's what we're looking for, the break and retest to break out of, is the second to last candle body, which would be near the numbers of, if I'm looking at this right, that will be numbers of 31.53. Headed down to the 1-hour time frame. So 1-hour time frame, we have price action bullish green candle, spike up to the high. So just reading the bodies of the candle, we have fourth to last candle in the market pushed up. We have a retest with the second and third, and price is trying to push out that area. And this is why we see the break and retest. But we do see that price lost a lot of momentum. It is not above the previous side. So we're still receiving that wedge pattern in that area. So market could just still consolidate until we see the breakout. Price action actually was a forced breakout, lost momentum, came back down. Same as the 45-minute time frame with the price action candle, spike up to the high. So we're still receiving that structure. Now, so if it drops down with the bearish red candle, you'll see that first, second, third. Market comes down from a double top if it's respected for that support. We'll just talk about that on the 30-minute time frame. So if it's respected for the support, then that means it'll follow with another bullish green candle after price, or maybe price may create some momentum for that push and identify as the first, fully break out for the second, look for the retest of that SR line, or maybe a doji style candle on side of price action for that market to push up for that double bottom. Headed down to another time frame. Let's take a look at the 15. So on the 15-minute time frame, is identifying market went back into, you see that market went back into that consolidation side by side with the second last candle. So trying to figure out, gauge what you're looking for next is you're looking for price action to break out of the second to last candle body towards that top side or to that bottom side, because if it break down, it can break through the second last candle of that zone and that body and break, retest, and drop down to a next level, or just drop down maybe in just bearish red candles. But it can create some momentum, because all you see, what we see between price and second, is that it did push up, came back to retest that zone, so it can respect that zone or within that zone, and then identify the full breakout. So we can see that formation for the structure for that first, second, third, fourth, retest, top of the zone, and maybe go into the zone a little bit before it pushes and break out for that double bottom and retest. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, Zura, Stock.